All right, test 1, 2, 3. Checking to see if we are actually live or not with tonight's game between the Ballard Bombers and the Gilbert Tigers for senior night. So I'm trying my best to see if that's coming up here. We'll see momentarily if we've got. Are actually live or not. There we go. So Pat Starr here with you, along with Jen Schnormeyer. And Jen will be doing the senior night announcements here pretty quick and giving you the starting lineups and that. So I'm going to turn the headset over to her at that time. We're just getting ready to go. The coach is walking over the lineup towards the umpire behind home plate. So once again, senior night broadcast coming to you from Gilbert, Iowa, and Gilbert Tigers Softball Stadium for tonight's game between the Ballard Bombers and the Gilbert Tigers. And I will get some stats up for us as well in the interim, but for the moment we'll pause the sound in the system. And as I said, I'll get some data up on stats on both teams as we I will take this moment to run through a few stats. We got a little bit more time before the senior night announcements. So the Gilbert Tigers are 15-14 on the year. The Ballard Bombers are 6-25. Ballard Bombers score 3.8 runs per game. Tigers score 5.0. Advantage Tigers there, and the Ballard Bombers give up 9.3 runs per game. And the Tigers give up 3.8. So Tigers hopefully have an advantage in both those situations. So once again, the Ballard Bombers, the Gilbert Tigers tonight for senior night here at Tiger Stadium.
Good evening, softball fans. Before we do tonight's starting lineups, we would like to recognize 3 special seniors and their families who have given Gilbert softball many fond memories throughout their careers. These 3 seniors stand out for their commitment to their teammates, the hard work it takes to be a student athlete, and their dedication to the game of softball. Our first senior is number 5, first baseman Emma Latteral. Emma is the daughter of Todd and Brandy Lateral. Emma has also participated in volleyball and tennis club while in high school. Emma plans to attend Iowa State University to study kinesiology in the pre-position assistant track. When asked what Emma will miss most about playing softball for the Gilbert Tigers, she said, bus rides and seeing her teammates every day. Emma's advice for teammates and younger players is to not take any moment for granted because it could be your last. Have fun and enjoy the little things. Emma would like to personally thank her parents and grandparents for their support throughout her career and her coaches for making her into the player she is today. Thank you, Emma, for 5 years of commitment, hard work, being a great teammate, and your love of the game. Emma Lateral. Our next senior is number 15, catcher Olivia Lateral. Pure coincidence, Olivia is also the daughter of Todd and Brandy Lateral. Olivia has participated in volleyball, ELP, tennis club, and volleyball managing while in high school. Olivia plans to attend Iowa State University in the fall to study kinesiology on a pre-occupational therapy track. When Olivia was asked what she will miss most about Gilbert softball, she stated seeing her teammates every day and the ice cream stops after games. Olivia's advice for teammates and younger players is to always be a good teammate and be there for each other. The most important thing is to take advantage of your time spent together and have fun. Olivia would like to personally thank her parents and coaches for supporting her throughout the years. She is thankful her grandparents have been able to make it to almost every game, starting in 2nd grade, and would like to thank her teammates for all the lasting memories. Thank you, Olivia, for being there for your team through the physical challenges, your willingness to do any job needed, your steadiness behind the plate, and your love for your teammates. Olivia Lateral. Our final senior is number 1, Zoe Jones. Zoe is the daughter of Willie and Melissa Jones. Zoe has participated in tennis, volleyball, track, basketball, FCA, FCCLA, FFA, Key Club, and is a member of the National Honor Society. This fall, Zoe plans to attend Mississippi State to study animal and dairy sciences. When Zoe was asked what she will miss most about Gilbert softball, she replied, the ice cream runs after games and the Rochi's chicken at team meals. Zoe's advice for her teammates and younger players is to remember that the most important part of the game is to have fun and make lasting memories with your teammates. Zoe would like to thank her parents and coaches for making her into the player she is today, and for all of her family for supporting her through the years. Thank you, Zoe, for your thank yous after every game, your 100% effort, your kindness toward teammates, and your dedication. Zoe Jones. These seniors have left a memorable impression on their teammates, coaches, and community. We have loved being alongside for their careers and loved watching you play each summer. Thank you also senior parents and families for all you have done for Gilbert softball, the memories you have created for other softball parents, and how you have created a family culture of support and fun. We wish you the best of luck always. Congratulations and go Tigers!
Once again, senior night here in Gilbert, Iowa. You saw Olivia Lateral, Emma Lateral, and Zoe Jones, the 3 Tiger seniors on the year. Well, starting lineups here in a minute, but I'm giving to you in advance, I guess. I got that from Jen Schnormeyer, so I will take advantage of that. And we'll do them a couple different times. Make sure you get a chance to catch them as we go through, and we'll kind of do that within the game, too. I got to do a little editing. My Go to the side of it. One of the flip my. On its side here. So batting leadoff for the Tigers. Playing center field is Zoe Jones. Out in left field, batting second is Sammy Johnson. Batting third is shortstop Katie Sneezik. Batting fourth is pitcher Clara Newton. Batting fifth is first baseman Emma Lateral. And Lauren Sneezik will be running for her. Abby Christensen playing third base and batting sixth. Cece Hart is the designated player, batting seventh. London Hibbing will be out in right field, batting eighth. Olivia Lateral will be batting ninth, and she is the catcher. And out at second base will be Jersey Galing. And pass by that, and we'll go to the starting up for the Ballard Bombers. Ballard Bombers will start off batting first is Maddie Shawn. She's the catcher. Batting second, Zoe Wilson, the third baseman. Batting third, Jada Landy, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Afton Holmes, the first baseman. Batting fifth, Baylor Butts, the designated player. Batting sixth, Olivia Waka. Batting seventh, Olivia is out in center field. Batting seventh is Kenna Zimmerman in center field. Well, they have two listed in center field. It must be left field, so I'll read my own writing here. So batting sixth, Olivia Waka in center field. Batting seventh, Kenna Zimmerman in left field. Batting eighth, Maddie Sievers in right field. Batting ninth, Olivia Plukar at second base. And designated player is number one, Emmeline Cruz, the pitcher. Just about to get it underway here. So leading the Ballard Bombers on the season leaders for the Bombers is Jada Landy. She has 27 hits. Her batting average is .346. She has scored 18 runs, has 12 RBIs, 4 doubles, 3 home runs, and 1 stolen base. The RBI leader for Ballard is Madeline Schoenhorst. She has 26 hits. Her batting average is .400. Scored 9 runs of her own and 17 RBIs. Has 8 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. And their top wins is Kaylee Horner. She's a freshman. 3 wins, 79 innings pitched. Her ERA is 8.29.
Both Ballard and Gilbert are proud members of
So I'm going to turn this over to Jen Schnormeyer for now and pick it back up after that.
That although this game is competitive, it is also an educational experience for all players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from any negative cheers, chants, or behavior. Let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Ballard Bombers. Leading off and playing catcher, number 4, Maddie Schoenhorst. The third baseman tonight batting second, number 12, Zoe Wilson. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 44, Jada Landy. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 15, Afton Holmes. The DP tonight for Ballard will be number 27, Baylor Butts. In center field and batting sixth, number 22, Olivia Waka. Batting seventh, number 5, left fielder, Kenna Zimmerman. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 20, Maddie Sievers. And playing second base, batting ninth, number 8, Olivia Plukar. Pitching tonight for Ballard will be number 1, Emmeline Cruz. Ballard is coached by Ashley France, Delaney Eichert, and Melanie Kunsara. And now the starting lineup for the Gilbert Tigers. Leading off, center fielder number 1, Zoe Jones. Batting second, number 2, left fielder Sammy Johnson. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 4, Katie Sneezik. Batting fourth tonight, the pitcher, number 32, Clara Newton. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5, Emma Lateral. Playing third base and batting sixth, number 12, Evie Christensen. Batting 7th will be the DP, number 28, Cece Hart. Batting 8th, number 8, London Hibbing. Catching tonight for the Tigers will be number 15, Olivia Lateral. And playing second base, number 19, Jazzy Galing. The Tigers are coached by Stacy Sneezick, Wes Unkin, Addie Johnson, and Denali Lecker. At this time, we would ask you please stand, remove your caps, and face the flag for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
All right, once again, welcome back to Gilbert, Iowa, and Tiger Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Ballard Bombers and the Gilbert Tigers. Had gone through kind of the leaders for Ballard. Jada Landy, leader in hits. Madeline Schoenhurst, leader in RBIs. Wins was Kaylee Horner. Earned run average was Caitlin Dunn. And strikeouts was Kaylee Horner. For the Gilbert Tigers, the leader is Clara Newton. She's leading in hits with 38 hits, 9 runs, 30 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 8 home runs. Same thing in the RBIs. It's Clara Newton with her 30. She's also leading on the mound. She has 14 wins, 153 innings pitched, and an ERA of 2.52. Her earned run average is the best on the team at 2.52. She does have 105 strikeouts as well. Coaching the Ballard Bombers is Ashley France, with assistance from Delaney Eichert and Melanie Kunzerath. See if there's anything else here stats-wise I can share with you as far as the
leading off for Ballard, the catcher, Maddie Schoenhorst.
So once again on the mound for the Tigers is Clara Newton behind the plate. Olivia Lateral. Emma Lateral at first base. Second base is Jersey Galing.
Well, that's a substitution here for the Tigers. Entering the game will be number 17, Lauren Sneezick.
So coming
Entering
in,
the game, number 5, senior Emma Lateral.
Tigers start with Emma Lateral on the pitch. Give her a chance on this senior night to start her game. And now replacing her will be Lauren Sneezick, number 17. Coming in for Emma at first base. So a great move to let Emma get onto the field in her senior night here. So back into the box. is Maddie Schonhorst. Should be followed on deck is Zoe Wilson, and in the hole is Jada Landy. As the Ballards bat first here in the top of the first. Hit in the air on the infield. Actually, going just shallow center field. And calling everybody off is the center fielder. That's Zoe Jones with the catch on the flyout in shallow center field. Good job by Zoe calling off. And that will bring up for the Ballard Bombers Zoe Wilson, the third baseman for the Bombers this night. So he's started 18 games and played at 21. Batting .262 on the year.
Wilson pops out to Newton. Now batting shortstop, Jada Landy.
Claire Newton induces a pop fly again. Makes the play on her own. So 2 outs for the Bombers here in the top of first. Landy up, takes a good cut. High fastball coming there from Newton. On deck is Afton Holmes, the cleanup hitter for the Bombers. We'll see if Landy can get aboard. Hits it in the air towards center field. Zoe Jones is there again, comes in. And about middling center field, makes the catch. So 3 fly balls. Very few pitches there for Clara Newton, and she goes 1, 2, 3.
Into the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, none left on for the Bombers. First up for the Tigers, Jones, Johnson, and Sneezick.
So that'll bring the Tigers to the offensive end of the field. Zoe Jones, Sammy Johnson, Katie Sneezick. And if one of them should get aboard, it'll be followed by Clara Newton. Just get on the mound for the Tigers is Clara Newton. She's pitching. Behind the plate is Olivia Lateral. Out of first base is Lauren Sneezick, replacing Emma Lateral. At second base is Jersey Galing. At third base is Evie Christensen. At shortstop is Katie Sneezick. Out in left field is Sammy Johnson. Center field, Zoe Jones. And out in right field is London Hibbing. And the designated player is CeCe Hart. We'll see what the Bombers can do here on the defensive side. Cruz on the mound, Schonhorst behind the plate. Holmes, Plukar, Wilson on the infield, Landy at shortstop, Zimmerman, Waka, and Sievers out in the outfield. Throw goes down the second, and that will put Zoe Jones up as the Tigers bat here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 your score.
Leading on for the Tigers, number 1, Zoe Elizabeth Jones.
As the Tigers bat for the first time. There you go. So Zoe Elizabeth Jones. I happen to have a Claire Elizabeth star, so I like the middle name Elizabeth. So Zoe Elizabeth Jones. Really? Lots of Elizabeth. There you go. And Caitlin Elizabeth. Mrs. Schnormeyer is here to be as well. So a lot of Elizabeths. Jones able to lay off that one too. Laid off the first one a little bit high. Laid off that one that came bouncing in. So puts one in plate. Very well placed. Nice job by Zoe. Just that slap hit in between first and second. That was really well placed by Zoe Jones. Second baseman was in tight on the surface.
Now batting number 2, Sammy Johnson.
So Ballard was definitely playing for that from Zoe, and Zoe able to hit the ball between the first baseman and the second baseman and get aboard. We'll bring up Sammy Johnson. Ballard Bombers once again in tight. Third baseman inside the bag. First baseman inside the bag. Jones on first. And Sammy offers and misses, so this ball is called a strike. As everybody was crashing on Sammy as she looked to slap that down. So Bombers in tight, probably about 45 feet away at third base, maybe 50 feet away at first. Oh, called a strike, outside corner, right at the chest Might have been a little high and outside for my liking, but it is a called strike. So 0-2 goes the count on Sammy Johnson. She'll have to bail herself out here. And the pitch. Got a piece of it. Nice job by Sammy. Just staying alive. A little bit of a high pitch, but she's able to get a part of it. Follow it back to the screen. 0-2 stays the count with Jones. Already in pretty tight. Jones might be able to steal. The second baseman is well off the bag. Shortstop's well off the bag. With Sammy at the plate. We'll see if we send Zoe and take advantage of their positioning. And hit. Just a line drive. Gets away. Zoe's going to make a break for it. She's going to go to second base, and she's going to make it. So fly ball to center. Center fielder, having played center field myself, wanted to be aggressive and get that put out at first for the double play, but Jones was getting back well. And the throw goes wide of the bag. Bounces off the dugout, bounds away, and Zoe Jones able to touch back and basically tag up and get to second base on the error on the throw. So she, as good as a sacrifice fly there by Sammy Johnson, getting the ball in the air to center. So Johnson is out on the fly ball, but once again, as good as a sacrifice because he gets Jones the second. So Zoe on second base. Ripped by Sneezik. And they're going to try to make the play at the plate. They might have her. No. Catcher kind of came forward. Nice rip by Katie Sneezik. Base hit. Goes to second on the throw home. Catcher might have wanted to stay back on that.
Hit to center by Sneezik brings in
She
Jones.
came forward to meet that ball. And when she fielded it, she tried to reach back and tag. But nice job by Zoe of scoring from second. On that base hit single by Sneezik. Ripped out. There's a really long ball towards left field. It's going to go to the fence. Off the bottom of the fence. That will bring in Sneezik. And standing up, pulling into second base, is Clara Newton with another double on the season.
Stand-up double for Clara Newton.
So Tigers with 2 on the board already here.
In to run, number 25, Aubrey Johnson.
Aubrey Johnson will
Be the first
be the
baseman.
designated runner for Clara Newton, who's pitching for the Tigers tonight. So Aubrey is on second base. So 1 down, 2 runs in for the Tigers. Zoe Jones was advanced to second base on Sammy Johnson's fly ball to center field and the overthrow at first base. She scored on the base hit by Katie Sneezik. And then Clara Newton follows that up with a double to the base of the fence out in left field. And she ends up with a stand-up double. And now Aubrey Jones is in running for her at second base. And batting for the Tigers is Lauren Sneezik. So 1 down, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs in and a runner on second base for Sneezik. Hits one in the air, now to play. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. With the runner on second base. Sneezik batting will be followed by Evie Christensen and then Cece Hart. And the pitch. Hit towards center. Drops it in there. Nicely played. Center fielder looks towards third base and is not able to pick up Aubrey as she gets over to third. Advances on the base hit to center field.
Sneezik singles to center.
Just a little flare
Batting for the Tigers will be number 12, Evie
to
Christensen.
center field. Nicely done by Lauren Sneezik. Just puts it out where there's nobody at. And that will bring up number 12, third baseman, Evie Christensen, with runners at the corners. As the Tigers threaten to score again here, up 2-0 in the bottom of the first. And they go down towards second. So Christensen just offered at that to kind of distract the Ballard Bombers. Nice running there by the Tiger coaching staff, moving Lauren Sneezik up to second base. So second and third, no force anymore. And nice job by Evie pulling back, letting that one go. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Evie with 1 out and runners at second and third now. Nice job by the Tigers again, taking away that fielder's choice at second base. Ground ball on the infield. Probably will score one. We'll see if the Bombers try to cut it off the plate. They are playing in tight at third and first. Christensen with a good cut. A little change of pace there. by Emmeline Cruz. And the pitch. Rolls in. So 2-2 goes the count with one out and runners on second and third. And Evie Christensen at the plate with CC Hart on deck. Well, they called the strike little right at the numbers. So it looks like the official likes maybe a little higher strike zone. So the Tigers will be aware of that. You kind of pick that up in the early innings and what the umpire likes to call and what they don't like to call. And she's been calling them a little higher here. So Tigers will be aware of that. So 1-0, 2 outs. Runners in second and third. Tigers with 2 runs in here in the bottom of the first. They lead 2-0 over the Ballard Bombers here on senior night. Olivia Lateral, Emma Lateral, and Zoe Jones, the Tigers seniors. Rip towards left field, and she gets it out there. Nice job by CC Hart. Rips it up. She's going to have a stand-up double, and 2 runs will score. That'll bring in Aubrey from third base and Lauren from second base. And the Tigers with 4 on the board here in the first inning.
Hart's double brings in Johnson and Snezik. Now batting will be number 9, London Hibbing.
So London Hibbing, the right fielder, now up for the Tigers. Batting against Emmeline Cruz. Emmeline just an 8th grader, playing up on varsity for the Bombers. And the pitch, a little high and lays off, and umpire lets that one go by, so call the ball to 2-0, 2 outs, and nobody on as the Tigers have 4 runs in here in the first inning. London Hibbing at the plate. That looked good. Yeah, good pitch. Sorry, CC out on second base. I say no runners, my bad. So CC out for that stand-up double to the left field wall, and Hibbing at the plate with 2 outs. That's high. So London's 3-1. Got to be pretty darn good right now, since Cruz has been having a little bit of trouble with the zone. London can be a little bit choosy here on a 3-1 count with a runner at second base. That was a good pitch. London let that one go. Not a bad pitch, just above the knees. So count goes full, so full count. Runner on second base. And the pitch to Hibbing. Nice rip. Right down third base line, wide. Good cut by Hibbing, though. Count remains 3-2. She fouls that off down the third base line. Once again, she's got CC Hart standing out at second base in scoring position. If she can get one out there into left center field, we'll get another run in. And it's a ball high and inside. So London Hibbing, nice job. Nice at bat. Works it for the walk. And she's down at first base, and that will bring up the catcher, Olivia Lateral.
Hibbing is walked. Now at the plate, catcher, Olivia Lateral.
So Hart on second base, Hibbing on first base. And Olivia Lateral is up. With 2 outs and 4 runs in for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first. A little low, maybe a little inside is the call. So 1-0 goes the count for the Tigers. Bombers haven't forced at any base. They get out of this thing if they can with just 4 runs of damage so far. Good rip. Going down towards the left field line. Out of play. And just out of play, yes. So this is the 9th batter for the Tigers in the inning. And we'll be back to the top of the order in Zoe Jones, if Lateral should get aboard. Good hit towards third, and she gets it under the glove. Nicely done. And CC Hart will advance. Good hard hit by Little Lateral. Base hit into left field. And then the runner will come in for Olivia since she's catching. I think I heard 22's coming in for the Tigers.
Now batting for Gilbert, center fielder Zoe Jones.
So I think that's Rain Danny. Oh, 22? Okay. It says Rain on bound, but it's not Rain? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can see. Okay. So Torrin Hatfield in to run at first base. Core at first base. London at second base. CC Hart at third base. So base is full as Zoe Jones bats here in the bottom of the first. Tigers up 4-0. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Or 3 balls, sorry. 3 balls, no strikes, and no outs. So Zoe can wait for this one. Nothing to work on, and she takes it. Called strike. Outside corner, kind of the edge of the zone there, but so 3-1. Bombers in a little bit tight at first base. We'll see what Zoe does, but the base is loaded. Puts it in play to the shortstop. Oh, knocks it down, but can't quite pull it in. And so Zoe's aboard. Scoring is CC Hart. Moving up to third base is London Hibbing. Moving to second is, Olivia Ladder's runner, Cora Hatfield, running for lateral. And on first base is Zoe Jones.
Hart to score, and at the plate, Sammy Johnson.
So 5-0. Tigers up over Ballard. This is Sammy Johnson at the plate now for the Tigers. Tigers' second batter as they've batted around this inning. Have sent 11 batters to the plate. Sammy drops one nicely towards right field, and it's just going to drop in there. Nicely done. They're going to try to score from second base under the tag. The throw was there. Nice slide. Really nice slide by Cora Hatfield, getting in there safely underneath the tag. And the Tigers will score 2 and go up 7-0 here in the first inning. With runners still on second and third and 2 outs. Tigers are doing a lot of damage here now with 2 outs in the inning. So Coach France out at the mound and talking to her Bomber crew. Outfielders gather in center field. Everybody in the infield, the catcher and pitcher all together at the mound. I think she's talking to her infield staff. There's a couple plays here the Bombers could have made that would have got them out of this inning earlier without the scoring. Kind of a tough play at shortstop and one bounded by the third baseman under the glove and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's probably what Ashley France was talking to her team about. Just let her know to settle down here and get these outs they can get. Certainly those base hits you can't, that's one thing, but I'm sure she wants to limit the damage. So it is 7-0 Tigers with runners on second and third. Hit in the air by Sneezik. It's popped up and just out of play. So Katie Sneezik at the plate with runners on second and third. Sammy Johnson at second. Zoe Jones at third. Katie Sneezik at the bat and Clara Newton on deck as the Tigers have put up 7 here in this first inning. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bombers trying desperately to get out of this with no more damage. And the pitcher jumps up quickly on Sneezik, and she is ahead 0-2. So from the pitcher perspective, you don't have to do anything too good here to Sneezik, who had the base hit in the first inning. And Sneezik has got to protect. And that's a called ball. That was a close one for the take there. Good eye by Katie Sneezik. Able to draw a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the pitch on the way. Hit in the air towards right field. Right fielder coming in hard. And she's able to pull it in. That was close. I thought that might drop for a while there. Coming in hard was Maddie Sievers. And able to bring the ball in.
Flies out to Sievers in right field,
So,
bring into the first inning. Tigers score 7 runs on 6 hits.
Tigers had 7 runs and 6 hits. And they actually left 2 people aboard as they scored 7 in that first inning. So your score at the end of 1 complete is the Gilbert Tigers 7 And the Ballard Bombers, nothing. We'll see if the Bombers can get some bats going, is what they need to do to try to work that lead back down as the Tigers up 7-0. And obviously the Tigers want to get out of here as quickly as possible. 1, 2, 3 to be good on their side and get back up to the plate. Tigers did send 12 batters to the plate in that first inning. 6 hits out of those 12 batters. A couple of errors on the Bomber side. So the Tigers have Clara Newton on the mound. Behind the plate is Olivia Lateral. Out at first base is Lauren Sneezik. Out at second base is Jersey Galing. At third base is Evie Christensen. At shortstop, Katie Sneezik. Out in left field is Sammy Johnson. Center field, Zoe Jones. And right field is London Hibbing. And the designated player, batting seventh for the Tigers, is CeCe Hart. Tigers up 7-0. And Afton Holmes, the first baseman. Ooh, call in the outside corner there. Tough call for the Bombers there. That was a little outside, I think, on the stripe more than on the plate. But good call for Newton and the Tigers. Tough call for Afton Holmes. And then Newton comes back with the hard one. Nice pitch. That was a strike. And Holmes just couldn't catch up to that. So 0-2 goes the count. Clara way in front. Doesn't have to give anything too good here. As she's pitching to Afton Holmes, and she just rolls it right by her. Holmes with a good cut, but can't catch up with it. Strikeout for Newton.
Holmes out on strikes. Now batting the DP, Baylor Butts.
So that'll bring up the designated player, number 27, Baylor Butts. She's batting fifth. And on deck for the Bombers is Olivia Waka. Hit down the line and off the dugout roof. The third baseline, so Newton ahead 0-1 to start the at-bat here. Baylor Butts is trying to roll up here and see what she's got in the year. 7 games started. She's batting 150 on the year. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on for the Bombers as they bat in the top of the second. And the pitch to Butts. Now that outside corner just outside. So 2-1 runs the count. That was one Newton got on the first batter, even a little farther outside. Great crowd on hand here for the 2 games between the softball team and the baseball team, both playing the Bombers on this evening. See if I can catch the boys' score across the way. Boys are 1-1, as I'm not sure if the Bombers are still batting in the top of second. Tigers got 1 in the bottom of the first, boys. And the Bombers got 1 in the top of the second. So 1-1 the score at the baseball game. Ooh, full count now. That was another tough pitch as far as the Bombers are concerned. Full count now, though, on Butts. Good job for Newton. And she pitches again. Drops it down. Goes to second base. Oh, Katie Sneezik gets that over to Lauren Sneezik. 6-3 on the putout.
Butts thrown out by Sneezik.
Really well played by Sneezik. Went down that third base line. And Evie's there, try to catch up to it. Went just past her. There's a strike against Waka. Tigers tough on the infield and getting those putouts. So 2 down now and 2 strikes on Waka. Inside. Olivia Waka at the plate for the Bombers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the Bombers. Hit in the air by Waka, goes out of play to the right. On deck is Kenna Zimmerman, and in the hole is Maddie Sievers for the Bombers. Two down here in the top of the second. And the pitch to Waka. Hit out a play on the right side again. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Once again, Tigers leading 7-0 here as the Bombers bat. In the top of the second. The payoff pitch to Waka. Hit in the air towards right field. And coming over. And making the play nicely is London Hibbing.
Waka flies up to Hibbing in right field.
Hibbing ranged into foul territory. Able to pull in that fly ball by Waka. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Bombers go 1-2-3 in the top of 2. Sure not what they wanted to do in 2 there. They want to get at least a base runner there to kind of give themselves some hope. 7-0 Tigers ahead here as we go to the bottom of second. And the Tigers will start with Clara Newton. She'll be followed by Lauren Sneezik and Evie Christensen. Lauren Sneezik on for Emma Lateral. 3 Tiger seniors again that will graduate this year. Emma Lateral, Olivia Lateral, and Zoe Elizabeth Jones are the Tiger seniors. On the mound for the Tigers once again is Clara Newton. Behind the plate is Olivia Lateral. Out at first base was Emma Lateral. She was replaced by Lauren Sneezik. Second base is Jersey Galing. At third base is Evie Christensen. At shortstop is Katie Sneezik. On left field is Sammy Johnson. In center field is Zoe Jones. And out in right field is London Hibbing for the Tigers. 7-0 Tigers as they come to bat. In the bottom of 2, good throw by Schonhorst. Goes the ball out there to Plukar at second base. So Cruz on the mound for the Bombers. Behind the plate is Schonhorst. First base is Holmes. Second base is Plukar. Third base is Wilson. Shortstop is Landy. Zimmerman's out in left field. Waka's in center field. And Sievers is out in right field. And the designated player is Baylor Butts. Newton drops one down, puts a bunt down, and able to beat it out. Throw goes out. Good hustle down the line by the catcher. And the first baseman and the right fielder all collapsing on that when the ball went wide. But Newton had beat that out on the bunt. Just kind of popped it up and dropped it out there. And so a runner will come in.
Newton safe on the plate, and to run is Aubrey Johnson.
So Aubrey Johnson.
Lauren Sneezik.
Number 25, Aubrey Johnson on to run for Clara Newton. Bunt put down. Nicely done by Sneezik. And moves the runner up. Good ball by the Tigers there. Lauren with the sacrifice bunt. Moves Aubrey Johnson in running for Clara Newton at second base. So Tigers runners in scoring position with 1 out. Evie Christensen at the plate. CeCe Hart on deck. And London Hibbing in the hole with Aubrey Johnson on second. Ball high to Evie Christensen. 7-0 Tigers as they bat here in the bottom of the second. Clara Newton able to bunt her way on for the first hit of the inning. And that's dropped over by Christensen down the right field line, and will go just down before they can get there. So falls off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Aubrey Johnson running for Clara Newton on second base. Strike there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out with Aubrey Johnson at second base. See if Evie can work this one for a base hit. And the pitch to Evie. Hit in the air. Aubrey gets back. Pop out to the shortstop. Pulled in there by Jada Landy.
Christensen pops out to Landy. At the plate, the DP is CeCe Hart.
And that will bring up CeCe Hart, the DP for the game. CC had a drive to the left field wall last time for a stand-up double. See if she can keep it going here for the Tigers in the bottom of the second. Big cut fouls it off. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, 0-1, and a runner on second base for the Tigers. They left 2 on in the first and scored 7 runs, and they are up 7-0 right now here as they are batting in the bottom of 2. Once again on the mound for the Bombers. Oh, that's hit deep. Deep to left center, but pulled in about 5 feet from the fence. But right there is the left fielder, pulled in by Kenna Zimmerman for the final out of the inning. Tigers score no runs. They had 1 hit, 1 left aboard. So your score after 2 complete, 7-0 Tigers. And batting for the Bombers will be the number 7 batter, Kenna Zimmerman, who just made that play out in left field, followed by Maddie Sievers and Olivia Plukar. A little toasty up here for softball. At least up in the press box, it's a little toasty. If you walk outside the press box, the temperature drops about 10 degrees. So, generally, I talked about if we could just broadcast from the platform outside the press box, it's actually much cooler that way. Not much room, but definitely markedly cooler. I know Ian Smith always has Jen and my best interest at heart, and he knows that the sweating is good for us.
Leading off for Ballard, left fielder Kenna Zimmerman.
And so Kenna Zimmerman is batting now for the Bombers. Newton. Oh, that came off the mask. See if Olivia's okay. That one got tipped. Zimmerman able to get a piece of that and got just past the glove. Olivia could not glove it. Went up into the mask. Boy, that stings. So Coach Sneezik will come out and chat and make sure Olivia's okay. Blue's saying the same thing, making sure before we continue that Olivia's okay. Warm day for both officials, behind the plate especially. A little extra padding as you wear the kind of protector to keep you from taking those shots like that. I do see the plate ump is smiling, so that's probably a good sign. It's like Olivia's okay. That'll definitely get your attention, so I'm going to bring Olivia a little bit of water and let her. Catchers and umpires have my deepest respects on days like this. It's I think it was 86 in my car when I came in. Feels like above 90, and a lot of protection worn by the catcher and the umpire, make it very, very hot. So my thanks as always to the umpires. They usually swap between the JV and varsity game. One will plate ump the JV game while the other's doing the field umpiring, and then they'll swap it around. And the one that was doing the bases will come behind the plate. And the one that was behind the plate will go out to the bases, so they're not doing 2 games in the heat. So trainer out for the Tigers, just talking to Olivia. And she's explaining kind of where it caught the mask. As you're well aware by now, I think, in your athletic thing, they're very much more aware of concussions now, whether it's soccer, football, basketball, baseball, softball, trying to keep the health of the athletes first and foremost in the mind. I am old enough, as old as dirt, as some people would say, that back in the old days, they just kind of put you back in. I had a concussion at Arwevo once, and the only reason they pulled me out of the game, little fly ball drops out behind the pitcher. Nice play. And they got her. Well done. My Jersey getting that ball over to Lauren Sneezik. Just a little.
Thrown out by Galen.
Little.
Right fielder Maddie Sievers.
Just a little floater out there. Went behind the pitcher. Clara couldn't quite get that. And you said Rain Danny out there. Was that Jersey? Jazzy Galen got that, yeah. Yeah, so Jazzy Galen got that play. Nicely done. Fouled off here. By Sievers. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Reedy, well played by Jazzy there. Just kind of a soft little pop fly, flew it over Newton's glove and dropped short, and she was able to jump in and get him in quickly, get the ball quickly over to Sneezik for the 4-3 putout. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Sievers. She'll be followed by Olivia Plukar, who is on deck. Sievers playing right field, Plukar playing second base for the Bombers. And the pitch. Oh, called strike. I like that as a Tiger fan, but that ball, the official definitely working and giving the kind of outside upper corner to both pitchers, by the way, and so that's there for the taking. A lot of times a pitcher, you don't necessarily want to put that there because it's also one that players can drive, but well done by Clara Newton getting that strikeout again. So 2 down now for the Bombers. Nice pitch again by Clara Newton. Good fastball rising on that outside corner of the plate. Has Plukar in the hole 0-1 with 2 outs and nobody on for the Bombers as they bat in the top of third. Hit well in the air towards left field. Sammy Johnson right there. And Sammy able to pull it in. Pretty well hit, just in the air and maybe 2/3 of the way out in the outfield. So Bombers putting it, trying to get something happening here. Nice job by Clara Newton working the plate, getting lots of fly ball outs, getting the Bombers to be underneath it. So the Bombers will start with the top of the order as they bat in the top of the 4th. In the meantime, Tigers are back up again. Up 7-0. They got a 7 spot in the first inning. And got a runner out on the second inning. The opening batter was Clara Newton. She's able to bunt to get aboard. So a lot of times that's good news for you to get that first batter out of the inning. But the Tigers not able to bring her home. They didn't score anything. Left 1 on base there in the second inning. So Tigers up 7-0 here as they come to bat in the third.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 9, London Hibbing.
So batting first for the Tigers is going to be right fielder number 9, London Hibbing. Once again for the Bombers out there is Emlyn Cruz on the mound, Sean Horsted catcher. Holmes at first base, Plukar at second base, Wilson at third base, Landy at shortstop, Zimmerman, Waka, and Sievers in the outfield. First pitch fouled off by Hibbing as she leads off for the Tigers. In the bottom of the third, Tigers up 7-0. On deck is Olivia Lateral, and she'll be followed by the top of the order in Zoe Jones. Tigers once again have Clara Newton on the mound. Behind the plate, they have Olivia Lateral. At first base, they started Emma Lateral on the senior night and quickly replaced her by Lauren Sneezik. And the pitch to Hibbing. A little low. At second base, they have Jazzy Galen. At third base, they have Evie Christensen. Shortstop is Katie Sneezik. Left field, Sammy Johnson. Center field, Zoe Jones. And right field is London Hibbing for the Tigers. Hit well down the line. Going to go out of play. For London, so she has 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and nobody on for the Tigers. As London Hibbing bats leadoff for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third. down the right field line. Good job of staying alive by Hibbing here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Hibbing at the plate, Olivia Lateral on deck, and Zoe Jones in the hole. And the pitch on the way to Hibbing. Fouls it off again. Good job by Hibbing staying alive here. Baseball game is 1-1 after 3. Tigers, Bombers playing baseball well at the same time. Oh, call strike on that one. That might be the first strikeout of the game for Emmeline Cruz. Tough call there on a 2-2 count. You got to protect a little bit, but that looked a little inside, maybe a little low, but called strike. And once again, the plate umpire did a nice job in here in general. Kind of the zone has been pretty big for both pitchers all the way through. So definitely inducing batters to step up to the plate and be swinging anything close. And up at the plate now for the Tigers is Olivia Lateral, the catcher for the Tigers on this senior night. Emma Lateral, Olivia Lateral, and Zoe Elizabeth Jones, the Tiger seniors. That was really well ripped down the left field line and foul. Out of play. Lateral with a nice smooth stroke there. Well hit. See if she can put this one in play. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Now when she drops out, that's going to drop just short. Seeing eye hit, which I like to call that. Nice job with Olivia Lateral. Just perfectly placed. Just far enough beyond the shortstop and second baseman. And short of the center fielder.
And to run is Hatfield at the plate. Zoe Jones.
So Cora Hatfield comes in to run for Olivia Lateral, designated runner for Olivia. She's behind the plate. Well, pitchers and catchers typically have designated runners if they get aboard. And now batting is Zoe Jones with 1 down and 1 on. Zoe offers and not able to put that one down. So coming in tight, Cora Hatfield with good speed at first base. Second baseman playing in tight. You can see her almost even with the pitcher. Third baseman also even with the pitcher. Shortstop coming inside the bag. The only person at regular depth would be the first baseman with Jones at the plate. Called ball there against Jones. So 1-1 the count. Tigers up 7-0 as they bat here in the third with 1 out and 1 on. And Zoe Jones at the plate. Ball bounds away. Blocked nicely by Schonhurst to keep it in front of her. Hatfield unable to advance. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on. Zoe Jones at the plate and Sammy Johnson on deck. Line drive towards the pitcher. Knocks it down but can't make the play. And Jones with good speed. Oh, no one's covering third base. Nice job by Hatfield to get to second base. That's one of those ones where it would have been a foot race for Cora. The third baseman came in because the ball bounded off the pitcher's glove. Hatfield got the second base.
Now batting number 2, Sammy Johnson.
I like Hatfield's speed. It would have been interesting to see the foot race between her, shortstop, and the third baseman getting back to third because no one came in to cover that. So first and second, Sammy Johnson at the plate for the Tigers. Cora Hatfield running for Olivia Lateral at second base. Zoe Jones running for herself at first base. Had that line drive off the glove of the pitcher. That got her aboard there. And now Sammy Johnson, left fielder, number 2, at the plate. Lays off it. That's that upper pitch that the both pitchers like to get if they can. Call the ball this time for 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on Sammy Johnson. As the Tigers bat here in the bottom of 3, up 7-0 over the Ballard Bombers. And the pitch. Outside. Nice job of trying to frame it by Schonhorst, but she can't bring that one in. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Sammy Johnson. With Sneezik on deck. Ball bounces in there, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Made that easy for Sammy to make that choice. So first and second, Sammy at the plate, Katie Sneezik on deck, and Clara Newton, the cleanup hitter for the Tigers, in the hole. And the pitch, Sammy puts it down, bats down to third base. They're going to go to Sammy at first, and she's there. Oh. All right, she's out. Sorry about that. Didn't move the runners up, though. Fielder's choice gets Sammy at first base.
John's thrown out by Wilson. Now batting shortstop, Katie Sneezik.
So 5-3 in the putout. Zoe Wilson to Afton Holmes. Moves the runners to second and third now. And ripped by Sneezik. Left fielder's right there, though. And that'll end the inning. Good rip by Sneezik with runners on second and third. Cora Hatfield on third base. Zoe Jones on second when Sneezik ripped that ball out to left field. But well played and pulled in by the left fielder, Kenna Zimmerman, who made the last out of the inning, last inning as well. So she's getting a good night out there in left field. And that will bring up the Ballard Bombers top of the order. Maddie Schonhorst, Zoe Wilson, and Jada Landy will bat for the Bombers. Tigers have Clara Newton on the mound. Olivia Lateral behind the plate. Lauren Sneezik at first base. Jazzy Gailing is at second base. Out at third base is Evie Christensen. At shortstop is Katie Sneezik. Left field, Sammy Johnson. Center field, Zoe Jones. And out in right field is Lauren Hibbing. And the designated player for the Tigers tonight is CeCe Hart. The Tigers got 7 in the first inning, and the Bombers have done a nice job of recovering since then. Credit to Emmeline Cruz. Tigers have not been able to score. They left 1 runner on in the second and 2 runners on there in the third and 2 on the first base. So they've left 5 runners stranded so far. Bombers have yet to have a base runner. They've gone in order in the first, second, and third. And I'm sure the Bombers will want to kind of switch that up. They're down 7-0. And we'll see what Schonhorst can do for the Bombers as she leads off for them. Call strike on that inside corner. Maddie Schonhorst at the plate. Zoe Wilson on deck and Jada Landy in the hole. Maddie Schonhorst is the catcher. Zoe Wilson the third baseman. Jada Landy the shortstop. And the pitch hit out of play, the right field line. And Clara Newton doing a nice job of getting ahead early in these counts. So she is up 0-2 as the Bombers bat here in the top of the fourth. Bombers down 7-0 against the Tigers. And the pitch.
So far, we've tripped over this, we've knocked this over. He just pulled that red box onto the ground and made a terrifying sound.
I'm just testing all your equipment to make sure it's just making sure, just testing all the equipment. So you can let Focus Right know that you can throw it on the ground and it works. You can throw the camera on the ground and it continues to work.
I almost caught it. I was like,
She did. She was quick. Jem was quick on the reaction time, grabbing stuff. Ian Smith bringing a fresh air in here. So Clara Newton. And Newton fouls it out on third baseline.
hey, but can you give me a water, please?
Let's check and make sure. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Newton. Nobody out here as the Tigers bat in the bottom of 4. And the pitch to Newton. Ball high. So Clara doing a nice job
Come on, Sarah.
of working this with an 0-2 count. Has moved it all the way to a full count.
Come on, Sarah, here we go.
So see what Clara can do here. Tigers up 7-0, batting here in the fourth. And Clara rips it. And it gets down. Left fielder having a good day, but could not get in on that one. Well done by Clara Newton. Good at bat. Works it for a base hit.
Newton singles left field into run Aubrey Johnson. Batting, Lawrence Sneezik.
So Aubrey Johnson on for Clara Newton at first base. And Lauren Cizik will come to the plate for the Tigers. On deck is Evie Christensen. And in the hole is Cece Hart. With Aubrey on first. And she is going this time. They're going to try to draw the throw, and she does. Throw goes wild, goes up to second base, and she's going to stay. Looks towards coach. Nice job by the center fielder. Backing that one up. So Olivia Waka, nice job out there in center field. Backing up that throw wide right. So nice job by Aubrey Johnson on the steal. And that brings up ripped. Oh, off the chest. Hope the second baseman's okay. They look towards first base. Really hit hard by Lauren Sneezik. Kind of came up into the shoulder of the second baseman. She looked like she's okay. That was Plukar.
Sneezik safe at first. Now batting, number 12.
Olivia Plukar kind of caught that one. Does not look like any worse to wear, but nice, really, really hard hit ball. That'll bring up Evie Christensen with Sneezik on first. And she's going. And able to advance. They do not make the throw. After the throw into the center field, they let Lauren Sneezik take that. That puts Sneezik at second base. Aubrey at third base. Fly ball towards the second baseman. Pulled in by Plukar. First out of the inning, though, is all that is. Christensen able to get the bat and the ball. Just put it in the air. Pulled in by the second baseman, Plukar.
Now batting the DP, Cece Hart.
And that'll bring up the DP. That is Cece Hart at the plate with runners on second and third in scoring position for the Tigers. Up 7-0 here. As they bat in the bottom of 4. Pitch gets away from the catcher, stays close though, does not bound far enough away. Once again on the mound for the Bombers is Emmeline Cruz. Behind the plate is Maddie Schonhorst. Afton Holmes is at first base. Second base is Olivia Plukar. Third base Zoe Wilson, shortstop Jada Landy. And the pitch on the way from Cruz. Oh, she got CC to chase one there. Sends it far away from her. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Left field is Kenna Zimmerman. Olivia Waka is in center field. And out in right field is Maddie Sievers. And their designated player is Baylor Butts. Now Cece Hart up 1-1. Runs in second and third with 1 out. Cece grounds it off. Good cut by Cece Hart. So second and third, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. CC with ducks on the pond here. Base hit in left field will bring in at least 1, if not 2. Let's see what CC can do. She's been seeing the ball and hitting it well so far this game. Down the third base line. Wide of the bag. Aubrey Johnson at third base. Sneezik out at second base with CC Hart at bat. That's a good rip to left field. That'll score 1. So Aubrey will go in, and they'll just hold up. Good call. Really well hit by CC Hart. She's been stroking that. Really well hit. And Aubrey Johnson comes in. Scores a run. So we'll see if they have another runner.
Single. Scores Hatfield.
They do. Another runner coming in for CC Hart.
In to run for Hart is Jazzy Galing. At the plate, number 9, London Hibbing.
So Jazzy Galing will run for CC Hart. So Jazzy playing second base and running. And CC Hart doing the batting. So they're going to pitching change. They're going to swap. Number 2, if I can see, or number 7. Okay, number 7 coming in for, that's Kaylee Horner. She is a freshman. We go down to her stats here. So Kaylee comes in, replacing Emmeline Cruz. Emmeline was 2-7. Kaylee Horner is 3-9 on the year.
For Ballard, into pitch will be number 7, Kaylee Horner.
So actually, Emmeline Cruz has an ERA of 12.57. Kaylee Horner's ERA is 8.29. And so Throws from the left side. Looks like she got some good speed there. So it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers can do with that. A little challenging for them to pick that up. So out at third base is Lauren Snezik scoring. And running for Claire Newton was Aubrey Johnson. Jazzy Gailing at first base after the hit by Cece Hart. And now in the batter's box is number 9, right fielder, Lunding Hibbing. On deck is Olivia Lateral. Ball gets away, and that'll allow, nice job by Jazzy, moving up on the pitch. Didn't get far enough away to allow Snezik to come in from third, but second and third takes away that force at second base. So 1 down, 1 ball, no strikes on Lunding Hibbing as she bats with runners in scoring position at second and third here in the fourth. Ball a little outside. So 2-0 runs the count. And the pitch from Horner is low and away. So 3 balls, no strikes. And outside again. So 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls will put London Hibbing on first base. So Hibbing at first, Gailing at second, Snezik at third, and batting for the Tigers. He is the catcher, senior Olivia Lateral, with bases loaded and 1 out. A little low, a little better pitch though there, coming from Horner. She's been outside and away. That was actually across the plate, just a little bit low. That was a little low and outside again. So 2-0 goes the count. As Horner tries to settle in here, coming on in relief of Emmeline Cruz in the bottom of the fourth. Another ball, a little low, goes 3-0. So Horner just got to settle in there. She has thrown 7 straight balls as she's come in relief of Horner, or in relief of Cruz. Bases loaded. She has no place to put Olivia Lateral. She's got to come with a strike here. And the pitch is low. 4 straight pitches and a walk, and that will score a run for the Tigers. Snezik comes in from third. And batting now for the Tigers is Zoe Jones. Senior Zoe Jones.
Lateral is walked into run Hatfield at the plate.
So Cora Hatfield
Zoe Jones
comes in to run for Olivia Lateral. And the coach coming back in again. We'll see if she's going to go another change. She's got Plukar and Caitlin Dunn. So with bases loaded, she's bringing in the right fielder, I think. And we just need 1 more run here. I guess I thought it was 10-5, but I'm being told it's 10-4. All right, so it could used to be 13, 12, and 10. 13 and 3, 12, or 12 and 3, or 12 and 4. But 10-5.
No, yeah, 12 and 3, 10 and 5.
Yeah, okay. So once again, being that as I'm older than dirt, it used to be like 13 and 3, 12 and 4, and 10 and 5. And now it's just 10 and 4 and 12 and 3.
No, 12 and 3. 10 and 4.
Okay, so 3 you do not, you keep playing. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I am really older than dirt. So, all right, so the 4th inning, if you're up 12, that would be it. Or 3rd inning, you keep on playing. Got to make it to the 4th no matter what. So 10 and coming in and getting that strike right away is Horner now. Now she's found the zone. See what she can do. Ground ball. It's got to go to the plate, and they're going to throw it. Didn't need the tagger, but she did. And able to get the out of the plate. Zoe Jones grounds it. Nice job. Nice reaction by the pitcher. Goes home. And able to get Jazzy as she came in from third base. So base is still loaded. Sammy Johnson at the plate. And ball goes to Sammy. So base is still loaded for the Tigers. Sammy fouls it off. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs now. So the Bombers may get out of this. They are down 9-0. One more run will end this in 4. But they do have 2 outs and a forced at any base. So they just need to get 1 more and get out of this thing for themselves. So Sneezik has scored. Here comes the pitch to Sammy Johnson. Bases loaded, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sammy swinging a miss, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Horner working hard trying to get out of this thing. See if Sammy can get in that base hit, get the RBI driven in and end this thing. Here's Sammy. And a called strike. And the Bombers get out of it. Lely bases loaded for the Tigers. They do get 2 runs, though, and drive the lead to 9-0 after 4. But the Bombers live to see another inning. Get out of that bases loaded jam.
Johnson out on strikes, bring it into the bottom of the 4th. Tigers score 2 runs on 2 hits, leave 3 on base. First up for Ballard.
The Tigers got 2 runs. They had 2 hits on that. And a number of walks. So the Bombers will send Afton Holmes to the plate. She'll be followed by Baylor Butts and Olivia Waka. Holmes at first base, Baylor Butts the designated player, and Waka the center fielder will come to bat against Clara Newton. So Clara Newton on the mound for the Tigers. Behind the plate, Olivia Lateral. At first base was Emma Lateral to start on this senior night. Once again, seniors Olivia Lateral, Emma Lateral, and Zoe Elizabeth Jones. So Emma stepped out. Lauren Sneezik came in for her. Jazzy Galen's at second base. Third base is Evie Christensen. Shortstop is Katie Sneezik. Left field, Sammy Johnson. Center field, Zoe Jones. And right field is Lauren Hibbing. And the designated player for the Tigers is CeCe Hart. So 9-0. Bombers come to bat here in the top of 5.
For Ballard, number 15, Afton Holmes.
The baseball game is 2-1 Bombers after, looks like 5 complete from what I can tell there. So top of the 6th, 2-1, ball hit in the air. Coming across is Johnson. Sammy, Zoe both calling for it, and Zoe steps in front and takes it from the center field position to get the out.
Holmes flies out to Jones in center field.
And that will bring up
the DP, Baylor Butts.
Baylor Butts there. So Holmes feeling a little more confident there as he hit that ball. Had a quick conversation with Butts, trying to give her a little bit of tips on what to do here. So Baylor Butts is up. On deck is Olivia Waka. Butts is the designated player. Pitch. A little high from Clara Newton. Ball 1-0. The count, nobody on, 1 out. Bombers batting in the top of 5, trailing 9-0 to the Gilbert Tigers on this senior night. And the pitch. Fouled off hard down the third base line. All right, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on. Baylor Butts batting for the Ballard Bombers. A lot of bees there. Pitch to Butts. Lays off. Good pitch. Good call. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out for Clara Newton here as she pitches to the Ballard Bombers in the top of 5, leading 9-0. And the pitch from Newton. But there is a base hit toward left field. Oh, nice idea by the Tigers trying to get her as she rounded first base, but they do not get her. So she is aboard. Base hit for Baylor Butts to left field. Brought in quickly by Sammy Johnson. To Sneezik. Sneezik quickly went to first base to Lauren Sneezik. Trying to get the tag, but Butts able to get back. So Olivia Waka up. Bombers trailing 9-0. Get a runner aboard. Waka had a thought about that one. Good pitch by Newton. So Baylor Butts on first base. See how aggressive. My guess is the Bombers will not be overly aggressive. They don't want to get thrown out at second base and lose their base runner, but we'll see. Good pitch by Newton. 1 runner aboard. And Baylor Butts batting is Olivia Waka. On deck is Kenna Zimmerman. And in the hole is Maddie Sievers for the Bombers. 9-0. And the pitch. Hit towards second. Just enough outside there to drop in. Galen just couldn't get there. Nice ball. Once again, it's one of those seeing eye hits just far enough to be outside the reach of Galen and too shallow for the outfielders to make it to it. So base hit again now. So the Bombers, with 2 straight hits from Baylor Butts and Olivia Waka, will bring up Kenna Zimmerman with just 1 out and 2 aboard. See if Newton and the Tigers get a double play and end this inning. Good pitch. Newton's pitching very well, getting ahead of the batters right away. Claire Newton on the mound. Her battery mate is Olivia Lateral. And the pitch from Newton. Fouled away. Claire way ahead here. 0-2 now. So she gets some room to work. First base was Emma Lateral, now replaced by Lauren Sneezik. Second base is Jazzy Galing. Third base, Abby Christensen. Shortstop, Katie Sneezik. Sammy Johnson in left. Zoe Jones in center. And Lauren Hibbing in right field. And the pitch. A little high. Runners going. They got a chance for her. And this nice job by the Bombers. Kind of a secondary steal. Saw the ball bounce just slightly away from Lateral, and so she made the move. Did Baylor Butts. Good decision on her part. And Waka on the throw to third. Smart enough to take advantage and move to second. So the Bombers with runners in scoring position now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. And there's your out. Nice job by Claire Newton to get the strikeout on Kenna Zimmerman.
Zimmerman out on strikes. Now batting will be number 3, Cara Bolton Lewis.
So she's a sophomore. Number 3, Cara Bolton Lewis. Sophomore. She started 19 games herself this year. Batting 194 on the year. I'm looking to see here. 8 base on balls, 1 double. Good pitch by Newton. Newton just doing an excellent job tonight of getting ahead in the count early on. Starting with a 1 strike or 2 strike head start with every batter. Nice job by Clara. So runners in second and third with 2 outs. Got that strikeout to keep the runners in place. And she gets back with a hard fastball again, inside corner. And low. And goes up 0-2. So 0-2, 2 out, 2 on. Bombers down 9-0. Tigers got 7 in the first and 2 in the fourth to lead 9-0. Bombers threatening here in the top of 5. And the pitch. And strike 3. Newton shuts it down. Nice job by Clara Newton.
Bolton Lewis is out on strikes, swinging into the top.
Bombers do get 2 hits and leave
Bombers
2 on.
No runs on 2 hits, leave 2 on base.
Really nicely done by Clara Newton.
For Gilbert.
So it's 9-0. I don't know if that's enough to end it after 4.
That's enough. That's enough softball for tonight.
So evidently it must be
for the game.
9 and 4.
Tigers scored 9 runs on 12 hits, leave 3 on base. Bombers scored no runs on 2 hits, leave 2 on base. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Tiger fans, we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Ballard, good luck to you the rest of the way. Everybody have a safe trip home and please take care of your trash.
So that ends it there. I don't know all the rules in the new world. We're evidently done. So I picked that much up. Jen Stormeyer helping me out here. Pat, we're done. So as they're walking out the field, I was kind of just getting excited about the broadcasting going on here. So, but I guess I'll stop now. I guess I can look out the other side and broadcast the baseball game. But Tigers might be 9 after.
It might be 8 after 5.
Oh, 8 after 5. They made it up. Yeah, we'll have to look at the rules before.
Ian said it's 10 after 4, and I was like, what? No, it's
So
10
new
after
rules?
5. Well, then I just looked, and then I didn't pay any attention. 12 after 3, 10 after 4. Right.
Yeah, so we're new rules this year. Evidently, they're trying to end games, which makes some sense. They've got a lot of rules going on.
8 runs after 5 or 8 runs after 6.
8 runs after 6. How about 9 after 5? Did they just average it? So it was 10 after 4, 8 after 6, and they just said 9 after 5. They just threw that in there. So we're going through. So I will try to look this up. Jen Stormeyer is on the website, and it's supposedly 8. If you're ahead by 8 after 6, you're over. We're ahead by 9 after.
Right. Specifically, the National Federation of High School says if a team is ahead by 8 or more runs after 5, it makes the game. So we
8 or more after 5.
After 4, 8 after 5.
Okay, 10 after 4. So I don't remember this because this is not the way it used to be. But like I said, I'm as old as dirt, and it's been that same rule for dirt time. So new this year, 2025, I'm an old dog, and this is a new trick for me. So at 10 after 4 or 8 or more, obviously, after 5. And so we were at 9. So mathematically, I was a math major in college.
We are more than 8.
And we are more than 8 because 9. I had to look at it. I had to go look at the 9. the greater than sign is going towards the 9, and 8 is smaller than 9. And being that that's the case, we have 9 runs, and so the game has ended. So great senior night for the Tigers here against the Ballard Bombers, as Emma Lateral, Olivia Lateral, and Zoe Elizabeth Jones celebrate their senior night tonight. We do have another game tomorrow night. We did do the senior night tonight, which is good, but there's another game tomorrow night. So so don't be thinking just because we're senior night, we're out of the season. We do have another game tomorrow. So hopefully be broadcasting. My intention is to do that again as we try to broadcast as many games as we can here as we head to the end of the year. So Tigers do win 9-0. They get 7 up in the first. They set 12 batters to the plate in that first inning and scored 7. They did leave 2 on base in that inning as well. And they left a couple of runners on base in the second and the third, and then got the bases loaded in the third, and the Bombers were able to get out of it with the Tigers with just getting 2 runs. So the Tigers do score 9 runs, 7 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and shut the Bombers down. Bombers got 2 aboard, trying to get ahead. They get those 2 runs in, we'd still be playing. But Claire Newton just buckled down and struck out the last 2 batters on phenomenal pitching. And so the Tigers do end the game here on senior night and win over the Ballard Bombers 9-0. Once again, the boys are 2-1 with the Bombers. In the bottom of the 6th, the boys behind by 1, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Tigers as they're batting in the bottom of the 6th. I want to thank you once again, as I always do, for all of your support for Gilbert Athletics and school and academics and the fine arts. And as I always say as well, we'd happy to have your time, talent, and your treasure. Any monetary donations you have, your time, if you're able to help out in the concession stand or taking tickets, stuff like that, we have that all year, every year. And if you have additional talent, we have people that help out with the fields and everything else in between. So Tigers do win the senior night game against the Ballard Bombers 9-0. This is Pat Starr for Jen Schnormeyer signing off from Gilbert. We will be on again tomorrow night at the same time as the Tigers bring a close to their season, and they will host on the 10th. They host an opening round game and the state qualifying tournament here at Gilbert as well. We'd love to have you out here. The more fans we have, the more cheering we have, the better support for the ladies on the field and the coaching staff. Once again, thanks for all you do. Remember, you are loved.